On December 4th, 2024, a man walked up to the CEO of the largest health insurance company in the United States and shot him dead in Midtown Manhattan. The bullets had 3 words engraved on them: delay, deny, defend. A poll conducted by Nourier at the University of Chicago found that 7 in 10 Americans believed that insurance claim denials and insurance company profits bore at least a moderate amount of responsibility for what happened. And a KFF poll published February 2nd, 2026, found that prior authorization, the process by which insurance companies require advance approval before covering certain treatments, was cited by more Americans as a major burden in navigating the healthcare system than any other factor they were asked about. More than finding a doctor, more than understanding a bill, more than getting an appointment. This video does not take a political position on any of those events. This video explains exactly how the claim denial process works, mechanically, legally, and operationally, so that the next time it happens to you or to a patient you care for, you understand precisely what you are dealing with and exactly what to do about it. Every health insurance policy contains a central concept that governs nearly every coverage decision made: medical necessity. Your insurance company is contractually obligated to cover services that are medically necessary. The definition of that term and who controls it is the foundation of every claim denial. Each insurance company maintains its own clinical coverage policies, internal documents that define what they consider medically necessary for each diagnosis and treatment. These policies are based on clinical guidelines, but they are not identical to them. The insurer's policy may be more restrictive than the clinical guidelines your physician uses to make treatment decisions. When you or your physician submits a claim or requests prior authorization, an insurance company employee compares your specific case against those internal coverage policies. If your case meets the criteria, the claim is approved. If your case does not meet the criteria as written in that specific internal policy, the claim is denied. The physician who recommended the treatment used their clinical training, their knowledge of your specific case, their review of your complete medical history. The initial reviewer who denied it may be a nurse, a technician, or increasingly an algorithm who compared your case to a policy document the physician has never seen. Here is the specific mechanism that most patients never see. Large insurance companies, including United Healthcare, have used AI-based systems to assist in making prior authorization and coverage decisions at scale. Investigative reporting by ProPublica and Stat News, widely circulated after the Thompson killing, documented United Healthcare's use of a system called NH Predict, which generated predictions about the appropriate length of stay for post-acute care patients based on historical data patterns. Physicians and patient advocates documented cases where coverage was denied for extended care that treating physicians considered medically necessary on the basis of these algorithmic predictions rather than individual clinical review. The insurer's position, which is legally defensible under current law in most states, is that algorithmic tools assist human reviewers rather than making final coverage determinations. The practical outcome for many patients is a denial that arrived faster than any individual clinician could have reviewed their case, which may indicate the depth of individual clinical consideration that was applied. As of April 2026, new CMS reporting requirements took effect, requiring insurers to publicly disclose their prior authorization approval and denial metrics for the first time. Medicare Advantage plans report the highest approval rates, approximately 95%, after appeals. ACA marketplace plans, approximately 80%. What those numbers mean: 1 in 5 marketplace plan denials is upheld even after appeal, and that 1 in 5 represents real patients with real diagnoses who needed care their insurer decided not to cover. The phrase engraved on those bullets comes from a 2010 book called Delay, Deny, Defend, written by insurance law professor Jay Feinman of Rutgers University. The book documented what Feinman described as a systematic strategy used by property and casualty insurers, later applied to health insurance, to minimize claims payouts. Delay, extending the review process long enough that some claimants give up or become unable to appeal. Deny, issuing the initial denial, knowing that most patients and physicians will not pursue the appeal process, even when the appeal would succeed. Defend, using the company's legal and administrative resources to contest appeals and litigation at a scale that most individual patients cannot sustain. The strategy is rational from a pure financial perspective. The 2024 AMA survey found that physicians spend an average of 13 hours per week navigating prior authorization requirements. 9 out of 10 physicians surveyed said prior authorization contributes to their burnout. More than 25% of physicians reported that prior authorization had led to a serious adverse event for one of their patients. The friction is not accidental. The friction is the mechanism. Here is what every patient denied coverage needs to know about their legal rights. Right 1. You have the right to an explanation. Your insurer is required to provide a specific written explanation for any coverage denial, including the specific clinical criteria your case did not meet and the specific policy those criteria come from. If you receive a denial letter that does not clearly state the specific reason, you can request the specific coverage policy document and the clinical criteria used. This is your legal right under your plan documents and under the Affordable Care Act. Right 2. You have the right to an internal appeal. Every insurer must provide at least one level of internal appeal, reviewed by someone who was not involved in the original denial decision. For urgent medical situations, the appeal must be processed within 72 hours. For non-urgent situations, 30 days. Right 3. You have the right to an external review. If your internal appeal is denied, you have the right under federal law to request external review by an independent organization that is not affiliated with your insurer. External reviews reverse the insurer's decision approximately 40 to 60% of the time when the treating physician provides documentation. Most patients never request external review. Most patients who do win. Right 4. Your physician can conduct a peer-to-peer review. Your physician has the right to speak directly to the physician or clinician at the insurer who made the denial decision. This is called a peer-to-peer review. Studies show peer-to-peer reviews reverse denials in a meaningful percentage of cases. Ask your physician to request one within 24 hours of any denial. 5 specific steps in order for every claim denial. Step 1. Get the denial in writing. Do not accept a verbal denial. The written denial must state the specific reason and the specific policy criteria. Step 2. Ask your physician to request a peer-to-peer review immediately, not in a week, the same day you receive the denial. Peer-to-peer reviews have time windows, and delay reduces effectiveness. Step 3. File your internal appeal. Include a letter from your physician explaining the medical necessity of the treatment in language that directly addresses the criteria stated in the denial letter. Do not write a general letter. Address each stated criterion specifically and in writing. Step 4. Request external independent review if the internal appeal is denied. This is free. This is your legal right. This is the step most patients skip. It is the step that produces results 40 to 60% of the time. Step 5. File a complaint with your state's Department of Insurance. Every state has a department that regulates insurance company behavior. Filing a complaint creates a documented record, and insurance companies respond differently to cases with regulatory complaint histories than to cases without them. Delay, deny, defend. Those 3 words became famous in the worst possible way in December 2024. But the process they describe was not created by one company. It was not the decision of one executive. It is a systematic feature of a coverage determination system designed by sophisticated entities with financial interests in limiting claims paid, operating under a regulatory framework that has historically not required them to justify individual denial decisions to external scrutiny. That regulatory framework is changing. New CMS reporting requirements that took effect in March 2026 require public disclosure of prior authorization metrics. For the first time, the data will be visible. Whether it changes behavior remains to be seen. What you can control, regardless of what any regulatory change produces, is your response to the next denial. Get the denial in writing. Request the peer-to-peer review. File the internal appeal. Request external review. File the state complaint. Most patients never get past step 1. The patients who do win far more often than the insurer is designed to make you believe. Subscribe for a new documentary every week and share this with someone who just received a denial letter before they give up.